Hey guys, just out here in the shop, kind of getting my buggy, my 8 scale buggy, ready to put up on the shelf for a while as the season up here in the north comes to an end. Getting cold, getting rainy and snowy soon, and just going through it, getting it cleaned up before I move on to the Yokomo there to run some indoors. But I was cleaning it and have a lot of guys ask me how, they always comment how my car looks so clean and it always looks like it's a new car, and it's actually pretty well used, and I really don't think I do anything different than anybody else. But I was just gonna go over a few things that I do, to keep it looking this way, and I'm sure some of it's stuff that you guys already know, but maybe some will help. The cleaners I use, it's kind of odd because I get them from where I work. The workhorse on the right is a spray foam cleaner. I believe Simple Green released something that's pretty similar, if not the same thing. You spray it on and it basically turns into like a whipped cream foam, and then basically I use a brush and brush the entire car all over the bottom, top, all, everywhere, getting all the nooks and crannies, and then blow it off with an air hose really good. Sometimes it does leave a little bit of a film, which is really no big deal. But I did use just straight Simple Green last week for the first time, and I didn't like that. It made my car look like it was 20 years old. It I don't know, it just dried it out, and it didn't look good. So the workhorse I've been using for probably 16 years. It's always been really good. But like I said, I think this stuff's hard to come by, but the Simple Green stuff should work the same. And then the Extreme Sheen is the same thing. I also get that from work. But all it is an interior, like a silicone spray that you use on the interior of cars to get the dash and all that to look good and not dry it out. And I'm sure at auto parts stores, Meguiar's and other manufacturers have very similar products. I've used WD-40. It just doesn't soak in good enough. Stays too greasy. I've used SC1. And I just don't like it. A lot of stuff sticks to the SC1. For some reason, this stuff seems to work good. So hopefully there'll be something comparable that can be found at an auto parts store. Another thing I use, obviously, after you clean it with a workhorse and then you use the Extreme Sheen. Basically, you want to do like you're spray painting the car. You don't want to soak it down, but just almost spray paint it with the silicone spray, and then brush everything in. And it'll soak in, and I don't know how good you guys can see, but this car's been run a lot, but you can see, and it's safe to spray on everything. Like I said, you spray it on dashboards of cars, on the stereos, the odometers or the speedometers, and the entire dash. So it doesn't harm anything, but you can kind of get an idea of how it makes it look. So and then once in a while that's just my bearing oil, but once in a while I'll squirt some on the front bumper and just kind of spread it in there with my finger, and then end up brushing it in too. And also I'll run that needle tip down on the bones and kind of just run it back and forth with my finger, just keep the bones looking good, no rust or no type of residue or anything like that, just to keep those looking good. I've seen some guys' bones get like a light dusting of rust on them, and luckily I never had that problem. And then something different, this is really not cleaning, but it just keeps the car looking nice. As you can see, the towers, what I do with them there is just basically polish the edges. And it seems like it would be a pain, but it's really not. It's really quick and easy, and it actually looks really nice. And all I use is these right here. Found a box of these in my buddy's toolbox, and he got them off Amazon, and it fits right in the Dremel, and you just run it along the edge. Yeah, I got a pretty bad burn on my hand there. You just run it right along the edge here, and it takes to do both towers takes all of 10 minutes, and that way your towers always stay looking nice. They don't look scratched up and beat up, and keeps the car looking nice. So I'm guessing that's why a lot of people say my car always looks new. Might sound like more work than what it actually is, but it's fairly simple. Just after using Simple Green last week, and it was pure Simple Green, and I get it's really strong, but it sure made made the car look like it was really old. So maybe those tips will help. Keep the car looking good, keep it looking clean, keep the plastics you know, not looking dried out, keep the rust off everything else, and keep it looking nice. So all right guys, hopefully that helps some of you out. And I'm no pro, that's just what I like to do with it. Seems to work. Thanks guys.